Hello, everybody. Welcome to MichMusic Now. Frosty and I and Phil would like to wish you happy holidays, especially Frosty, all dressed up. We're sitting here in 80-degree weather, but, it's always Christmas for Frosty. So, Hey, Phil.
Well, happy holidays.
I'm going to put little Frosty down.
Okay.
Say goodbye to the nose.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, little guy.
Okay. So,
Isn't it wonderful? 80 degrees
80 degrees
here in Southern California.
at Christmas time.
Well, Christmas is coming,
Yeah.
but so is Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So is my birthday.
Your birthday's coming.
Yes.
It's a big one, right?
Yeah, it's a big 80.
80. Oh my gosh.
Do you know that I'm about the youngest person that lives here? Maybe there's somebody else that age, but I would say most of the people are high 80s and 90s. Mm-hmm. And some of them are just spry as can be, and others aren't.
Yeah. Definitely, I've been very thankful that we have kind of a fan club of people that really appreciate when we play music here in the salon.
Oh, of course.
And it's nice. Some people seem pretty sophisticated in their listening, and they clearly are really, really
Especially
enjoying it.
if we're doing the old standards, because they know them.
Right.
And they love to hear By the Light of the Silvery Moon.
Right, which we sing every week, of course.
Or, Irving Berlin tunes. What is it about taking a walk? Let's take an old-fashioned walk. And then we can settle all our problems by taking a walk together.
Is that the meaning of life, or the answer to life, or something?
That's the meaning. If we have a problem that you can't solve, take a walk.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I do walk every day, and
Yeah. Well, a lot of things that maybe you couldn't take care of or solve. The solution may come to you. And it may be in the form just saying, well, don't deal with it, forget about it.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you, if I may.
Please.
My question is this. You and I were chatting, I think yesterday on the phone. I was asking you something about solo singers and solo singing, and I was wondering what means the most to you. What is most important for you when you're working with a solo singer? And you said, I don't mean to give away your answer, but I will. You said listening, and I love that answer. And then later you said, isn't that obvious? And I said, no, not necessarily. No. And I'd love to hear you speak to that, if you wish.
Well, if you're an accompanist, like I am, and you find yourself accompanying for a singer who doesn't listen very well, but who focuses their thought on their voice or this or that, it just can't be a good performance. It's just, you just stop right there. And so that's kind of why I say, well, if they're not listening, God help them. If you're not listening, you don't even have a chance of a good performance. All you do is get up there and you're like doing a recital, something exactly the way you learned it, huh? No interplay, no improvisation of any kind. I don't mean scat singing, I mean just reacting to the moment. Because what just happened 2 seconds ago, and the place you're in, the acoustics, but what just happened 2 seconds ago is going to pretty well determine what is appropriate now. And if you disappoint people, their expectations, by setting something up and they expect this and they get this, you're not going to be successful, huh? Yeah. I mean, there's a kind of probably a kind of a comic way in which you set people up and then go do something else. But if you're trying to do music as for music's sake, then yeah, you create expectations and you fill them. You deliver the goods. And it's interesting, at least in the field of vocal jazz, the quality of a person's voice is immaterial. And if you focus on that, technical aspects of singing, you miss the whole point, because the very best singers had their own unique way of vocal production and all that. So, so it's wrong to focus on vocal technique. Focus on delivering the essence of the emotion behind the text. And then it all will turn out.
I love it. It's funny that you should say that exact phrase. We have a barky dog.
Yeah, I think he's not pleased with us.
Yeah. Maybe he has a different opinion on the topic, but
Yeah.
I have an opinion about him. No, what you just said, that a singer's purpose, a singer's job is to focus on, how did you put that? The emotion behind the text, I think you said. Is that
What is the song about, or what it's trying to say, and then you make judgments about the most important words and text and melody. Anyway, they all work together, and you need to make a judgment about. You can't stress everything, you know.
I love that you said that, because that's exactly what I say all the time in my workshops. Exactly that the final core essence of what we're doing here is to feel the emotion underneath the song, the melody, the chords, the lyric, the story, we can say, yes, we're expressing a story or telling a story, but it's the emotion underneath it that's really
And the best
the
songs
core.
are those that, in some way, the melody and the text and the emotion all kind of are become one thing. They coincide.
Appreciate your words. They're always meaningful in some way, and I thank you very much for taking a minute to share that.
Oh, it's my pleasure,
With
Michele.
us.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thanks again, and thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time. Now,
Oh, he's so happy.
there's Frosty. He's so happy.
Yeah. Look at that carrot nose.
Look at it. Yes.